February 1st, 2013. Month 2. Finally made it through January. Got all that taken care of. So when I say I'm on the roll now, so I think I feel comfortable enough that we can get through February. Leading up to February here, we had a lot of what you can see around in the stores, because February is the Valentine's month, and so you see a lot of hearts, and so a lot of arrows are going to be flying through the air, a lot of hearts are going to be penetrated, and just beware, it's coming. Cupid is alive in present day China. I was going to talk about when we used to have to come to the city, and like I said, we used to have to, when we lived up north, we'd come and stay in the city. And we rented motel rooms for a bit, but it got pricey. So we met one of the guys we worked with at Trader Publishing. He worked on the dock. His name was Channey, and he had long dreads, black band, long dreads, and was from Jamaica, so he didn't have the Jamaican accent, so I think he was more Americanized than that. But he said he was from the area. But he had a couple of buildings in Minneapolis, downtown, pretty much downtown. That he lived in one on the first floor. On the second floor, he rented out 2 apartments. One was to his son, and the other one was rented out. He had the building next to him, and that was more set up kind of like a community house, because a lot of them had rooms that had like bathroom at the end of the hall. So he rented that out. So what we would do is we'd stay there, and then we'd trade off either working on some of his cars, or like that time we would do some repairs around the place. One time we went over to the building next door, and the plumbing got stuck, so it's pretty expensive to get a plumber in, and well, it was nasty ass pipe. I took that off and got it unclogged, because the sink would never drain in the kitchen, and it's kind of hard to do the dishes and keep things clean when the water's not draining out of the sink. So we got that working for him. But how we got to stay there is that he had a room downstairs in the building that he was sleeping in. And it was just a room, but there was no bathroom down there. We actually had to go around the corner. In fact, there was somebody else sleeping, or somebody written the other side of the building. Because downstairs was kind of a laundry room, so we'd go down there and wash our hair and get cleaned up the next day. So we just sleep over. So most of us sleep overnight and then head out in the morning. But there was a little closet that was downstairs that used to have one of those old type toilets. You could see it still had, it didn't have the toilet base because it was sealed up. No, wait a minute, it was there. We had to get it working. But it had the old pull string type, so it had the big holding tank up above your head, and then the water came down and flushed through the pipe. But remember, we got that working, so we just had a toilet. So once you have a toilet and a way to wash up, hey, you put money in your pocket. That's what it's all about. But he continued that story. Let's see, what was it? Oh, I was thinking, and it was pretty in the shady part of town. There's a street, and I remember that we'd leave at night. We'd come there, and then we'd go out or something. But at night, you'd pull up to the corner, and there'd be about 5 or 6 people selling drugs, and they'd always start coming up to your car and stuff. I remember one time when his son moved to a different building, because his son did construction work, and the guy he did work with, he'd stay in there in those buildings. And I went to go see him one time, and pulled up on the street and was trying to give him a call, and this gal came over and climbed right in the car. She's a little hooker. She said, some ass. I was like, oh my God, get out of my car. And I said, here, I'll give you the money, just get out of my car. Oh, but that was funny. I guess you had to be there, but she climbed right in the car. You got any drugs? You want a piece of ass? But she did leave. I didn't have to give her money, but she did leave. But anyway, that was thinking of some memories of staying there. And I'm trying to remember when that was. So that had to be before we moved in with Judy, because Judy wasn't working at the Trader yet. So this was before the Judy episode. But got to know Channey. Like I said, worked on some of his cars, and got to know one car we worked on. It was a Geo Metro, and it's only like a 3-cylinder, and one of the cylinders was bad, so it was running pretty poorly. I remember when we tried to when we took it up north, because rebuild the engine, you can't do it out there. Took it up north, it had no heat. Oh man, it was cold. Drive all that way, and it was cold, no heat. Something was wrong, definitely wrong. But we got it up there, pulled the engine apart, and I think it was just had to be rings. So remember, we had to order. We didn't want to order the full set because it was too expensive. But we could order just the one set of rings. I thought it was a piston, but correct piston. But either way, we only had to order one, and there's only three cylinders. So when one's not working, it didn't run very good. So we got it working and drove it back and had heat and everything was much better. But it was one of the cars worked on. One of his neighbors had a hay car, so we worked on the Chrysler a lot, and it was really easy. I don't remember what we did to it, but his son needed a car, and see, he bought something. He needed the front oil seal was out, so he helped us and learned quite a bit. Micheal Jr. And there's a little garage in the back, and we put a little stove. We put a little stove in there because we're used to get this place to work. We'll work, and put a little wood stove in there, and we were burning straps of. Usually when you tear down buildings, you've got all this lath, especially in old Minneapolis. You pull off the plaster, and there's nothing but lath or lath, or whatever you want to call it. And we were burning a lot of that. Wait a minute, it was some of the flooring. I remember his dad got mad because I was saving that flooring to redo something. It had heat, in the wintertime. But it was heat. And we started, because he had to start it, and we started with a bunch of paper. And there's tons and tons of smoke that came out of the back. And someone seen all the smoke and called the fire department, and they pulled them out the other side of the street. So they weren't on the street that we were at, so they didn't really know where it was come from. But once the paper all burns off, then it burns clear, and you get the wood going and the fire going. But when all that paper was burning and the smoke, and someone smelled it and called the fire department. That was funny. Another time we were helping Micheal Jr. and I was helping somebody move. Was he moving? That's right, he's moving, because before he moved into the apartment, he knew somebody over there that was moved out of one of his rooms and had a TV and something, and he needed help because it was one of the bigger TVs, and we went over there and was carrying it, and God, what was it? Oh yeah, we heard gunshots. Like I said, this was not the best part of town, and here we are carrying this TV and gunshots, and this cop showed up and kind of see what was going on, because we was like carrying a TV, from one place to the other. It's like, oh damn it, I shot him and got my TV back. But who knows what that cop was thinking? But we told him it's our TV. So he let us go. But he said, "Did you hear the gunshots?" I said, "Yeah, we heard the gunshots, but we're busy moving. We didn't see anything." So, but that's another funny moment. Crazy times. But we got his car done, got his car up in the road, and it wasn't long that he drove it into the ditch. The next time we was there visiting, we said, "What happened to your car?" He said, "Oh, I drove it into the ditch." I said, "Well," he said, "Yeah, he left it there. He must have been drinking or something." But left it in the ditch, and it got towed away. So we did all that work, getting his car up and going, and he drives into the ditch. But that's usually how things go. said, we were there for some time. And I remember we were there when Grandpa Frankie passed away. So I'm going to say 13 years ago. That would have been about 92, 93. But anyway, because I remember I had to work, so that was one of the times that I was there by myself. And then afterwards, I went out to the funeral. Actually, I went to the funeral, the wake before, so I could see him. I wasn't actually at the funeral. I didn't get to see him get buried, which was poignant because I remember one of the brothers said that you were like family and you should have been there. He would probably would have wanted you to be there. So I did miss out on that, but work. When you're kind of limited on funds and work is important, that you can't really miss a day. And I've always been dedicated. Work ethics, high work ethic. But anyway, February, arrows will fly, hearts will be shot, and I just had to pick this one because it's. I'll probably pick something more sappy as we get closer to February 14th. But Bon Jovi, Shot to the Heart. This was popular in the day. And he's on Ontario. You should go see him. February 1st, 2013.